Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at Saranac Lake Central School. They're taping American Bandstand here today as the Cougar varsity girls get in the mood for the JV contest featuring the Northeastern Clinton JVs and the home team, the Saranac Lake Redskins. The officials for today's ball game, Eddie LaMarche and Tim Leary. Only 7 players suited up for the Saranac Lake Redskins. Whitney Forner, number 14, Sarah Beamish, 20, Ann Warner, number 24, Morgan Bullock, 30, Lucy Fredette, 33, Suzanne Muldowney, 34, and Bobby Levine, number 40. Starting the game for the Cougars, we see Danielle Castine, Erica Brown, Heather Dessereau, Lisa Marlowe, and Erin Gadway. Not starting today are the usual starters: Bonnie LeCount, Hillary Tremblay, Christina Brown, Stacy Miller, and Heather Boris. Erica Brown takes it to the hoop, rolls the rim, and white ball. Unfortunately for Northeastern, there are some teams, particularly here in Division II, that are just no match for the Cougars. So it cuts into the playing time for the first string. Last time had a team like this. The second team played most of the ball game. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Doesn't hit the rim. So it'll be Cougar ball. Gadway will inbound it. As Brown and Marlowe, it hits the bottom of the backboard, and that's called out of bounds. So the ball will go to the Redskins. Inbounded, and the Skins jump off to the lead as Warner scores. Gadway gets it to Brown, and Brown will bring it up the floor. Over to Marlowe, outside back to Brown, over to Gadway. Gadway quickly to Castine. Brown drives, gets to Dessereau. Dessereau, last time this lineup was used, Dessereau was the high scorer for the team. And Castine was the leading rebounder. Brown looking for the steal. Martin Luther King Day, January, not April. Feels like April outside. 60-degree temperature on the way down here. We saw a lot of people with the holiday taking advantage of it, walking with their youngsters outside. Castine up ahead, too strong. Taking a nice midwinter stroll with their youngsters and 60-degree temperatures. So it was a nice family day here on this January 16th. Saranac Lake ball. Brown with the rebound. Can't get a handle, keeps her footing. Now Gadway quickly over to Marlowe. Marlowe puts it up. Rebound controlled by the Redskins. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Saranac Lake leading Northeastern by a 2-0 margin. All right. Illegal screen gives it back to Northeastern. Gadway inbounds it to Brown, and Brown will bring it up the floor. In the corner to Castine, back to Gadway, back out front to Brown, and over to Marlowe, and now everybody's touched it. Dessereau goes baseline, gives it off to Castine. The short shot is up in all net. And the Cougars are on the scoreboard. It's 2-2 with 5:22 showing in the first quarter. Redskins keep control with 14 on the shot clock. Back up and in by number 33. That's Lucy Fredette. And it's a 4-2 Saranac Lake lead. Marlowe puts up the 18-footer. That's good. And it's a 4-4 ball game. As Lisa Marlowe hits. .440 to go, first quarter action. And jump ball. We'll see if the starters will come in at the 4-minute mark, which will be the midway point in the first quarter. White ball. Stolen by Gadway. He gives it to Marlowe. And Marlowe will bring it up the floor. Marlowe to Brown. Cook is working it around. And Brown puts it up. It's good. Nothing but net, and it's a 6-4 Cougar lead. Northeastern leads for the first time in the game. 4:05 to go. Stolen by Erica Brown. Off the glass and good. It's an 8-4 Cougar lead. Cougars will continue to press. And there's the first team ready to come in. Anxious for the whistle to be blown. Nope. Jim Gagno says, sit down, guys. I'm going with the second team. Whoops. Brown controls. Trying to get it to Gadway. Gadway gives it back to Erica Brown. And she'll bring it up the floor. In the corner, she finds Desereau. Desereau puts it up the glass and in. And it's a 10-4 Cougar lead. It's 3:08 to go in the first. Ball is inbounded to Warner. Warner will bring it up the floor. She's guarded by Castine. And across midcourt. Pick is set. Warner now guarded by Desereau. Puts it up too strong. Morgan Bullock comes in for the Redskins. Brown brings it down for the Cougars. Over to Gadway, and back outside to Brown, and over to Marlowe. In the paint, Desereau lost it, but Brown, make that Marlowe recovers. Long shot is rebounded by the Redskins. Castine knocks it loose and takes the steal and gives it to Marlowe. Now Gadway off the rim. .206 to go. Another pick set. Cougars switch on defense. You got a pick, you see your player going into a pick, you got to holler it out, let your teammate know they're about to be picked off. Then you should tell them if you want them to switch or stay with their man. The defense has to talk out there. Marlowe over to Castine. Castine puts up 16-footer, a little strong. Now Gadway back to Brown. Brown from 16. Knocked loose by Castine, and it's controlled by the Redskins, and a jump ball is called. Minute 28 to go. First quarter action. Lisa Marlowe with the ball. Comes deep for Desereau. Desereau in the corner to Gadway. Quickly out to Castine and over to Brown. Marlowe's all alone, too strong. Cougar shots have been coming, a lot of them on the side. They ought to try to get shots other than that spot. Redskins with a steal and the basket by Ann Warner. 10-6, 55 seconds to go, first quarter. If you miss a shot from the sideline, it goes right over to the side. If you miss a shot from there, from the front, you get a chance for a bounce. It's going to go in. Marlowe's shot is blocked. And a foul. Foul's on Castine. And we have a reach on Desero. 10-6, Cougars leading with 35 seconds to go in the quarter. This is Warner. It's over to Bullock. Stolen. Here's Brown. Erica Brown has the easy layup. And a 12-6 Cougar lead. Down to 11 seconds to go in the period. 6 seconds. 4. 2. The end of one. The score: Northeastern Clinton 10 and Saranac Lake 6. Redskins have the ball, but they're not quite sure of that just yet. Now they catch on. Muldowney is going to inbound it for the Skins. Gets it into Forner. Heather Boris with a steal. No, it's Stacy Miller. Stacy Miller with a long pass up to Heather Boris. Gives it to Christina Brown. And it's in and out and put back up by Bonnie LeCount. Also on the floor is Hillary Tremblay. And Northeastern quickly has a 14-6 advantage. Knocked loose by LeCount. Cougars take it away. Miller with a long pass to Boris. Back to Miller. Back to Boris over to Tremblay. Cougars working it around. And basket by Heather Boris. 16-6 Northeastern. Stolen by Tremblay. In and out. Tremblay rebounds. Miller out to Brown. Brown with a long shot. And the Redskins control it. Warner will bring it up for Saranac Lake. There's a reaching on Heather Boris. I didn't drive by the site of the usual Snow Castle or Ice Castle. There's a basket, there's a steal for Heather Boris. And a Redskin infraction as they cross over on the inbound, stepped across the line. 18-6 Cougars. I didn't I'll go by the usual spot where the Ice Castle is, but at 60-degree temperature, I doubt if there's going to be much progress on that at this point. Martin Luther King Day, January 16th, 1995. He'd be 66 years old. Somehow, just seems like he should be older than that, or should have been older than that, I guess. Only 66, according to what I heard on the news. White ball. It's stolen. Boris puts it up. And a white timeout with the score, 20-6. Northeastern with the big lead, 5:46 to go in the half. Cougars have taken the press off. They'll pick up the Redskins at midcourt. Northeastern has outscored Saranac Lake by a 10-0 margin thus far in the second quarter. There's a steal by Miller. Miller puts it up and good. And a basket by Stacy Miller. 22-6 Northeastern. Stolen. Tremblay up for Boris. Brown couldn't save it, and it'll go to the Redskins. Traveling, says Tim Leary. There's the ball underneath. Brown with a steal. Nice pass to Miller. And no jump ball, controlled by the Redskins. Muldowney can't get rid of it. Gives it to Warner. Now Warner will try to set something up. We're down to 11 on the shot clock. Back to Muldowney. And shot clock elapses. It's going to be white ball, but it's going to go to red on the shot clock. Warner couldn't keep it in, but even if she had, it would have been turned over to the Cougars. Tremblay in the corner to LeCount. Back to Tremblay out front to Miller. Just under 4 to go in the half. Tremblay with a three-point attempt off the rim. Rebounded by LeCount. Quickly out to Boris. Cougars work it around into the Brown in the corner. And Christina Brown with a shot that rolls the rim and drops in. 24-6. Cougars outscoring the Redskins by a 4-1 margin. This is, let's see, in about a 4-day span or a 5-day span. This is our 4th trip down here to Division II territory in the mountains. We've been to Mariah, Ticonderoga with the boys, and now Saranac Lake. We have one more trip. That's Tupper Lake. That's, I believe, on February 13th, a rescheduled game. Hopefully the weather will be somewhere as nice as it is today. 3:02 to go, first half. Warner tries to get open, and Miller knocks it out. Beamish will inbound it for the Redskins. Nice play. They get Forner open, and she puts it in. 24-8. So the Cougars go from a 4-1 to a 3-1 margin, just like that. It's 24-8. It was 24-6. .2:35 to go, second quarter. Foul was on Boris. Cougars take it away. Brown up to Boris, to Tremblay. And the old BBT, Brown, Boris, Tremblay combination makes it 26-8. 2:02 to go in the second quarter. Tremblay almost had a steal. That is up. Warner back in. She replaces Fredette. Brown with a steal. Up ahead to Tremblay. And Hillary Tremblay with an easy layup. Northeastern back up by 20, 28-8. Minute and 36 to go in the second quarter. Cougars double teaming, and a foul is called. Beamish gets it into Warner. Warner back to Beamish. Beamish's shot is blocked by LeCount. LeCount to Tremblay, has the pass. Should have gone with a bounce pass, I think. Boris back to Tremblay. And Hillary Tremblay off the glass and in. Nice play there by Boris, going to get back to Hillary Tremblay. 30-8 is the score. 1:06 to go in the first half of this CVAC JV ball game. This is Forner. Forner puts it up and good. Whitney Forner from the baseline, and it's 30-10 as the Redskins hit double figures. Just under a minute to go. It's down to 46 seconds. Tremblay with a high short shot. A lot of arc, but not much distance on that one. Tremblay comes out with it. Boris knocked it loose, and Tremblay is clotheslined. Hillary Tremblay. Misses them both. Boris gets it to Tremblay. It's knocked loose. Back to Boris. Puts it up quickly. LeCount rebounds, and it's a jump ball. Cougars get it with 22.8 showing. LeCount puts it up. It's off the rim. Boris to Miller. Miller back to Boris. Quickly over to Brown, and Brown's shot is short. Rebounded by Warner. 10 seconds to go. Warner has it taken away by Miller. Pushes ahead for Tremblay. And Henry Tremblay puts the brakes on and banks it in. That's going to be the end of the first half. Northeastern outscoring Saranac Lake 22-6 in the second quarter. The second half action is just about to begin. It looks like the original starters will be out here to start the second half. Cougars are leading by 22 as they start the second half. Beamish inbounds to Maldani. Blocking on Gadway. Well, let's check that. Foul was on Beamish. Gadway was the foulee, not the fouler. Double dribble call. The Redskins had a steal, but they turn it over. Saranac Lake is pressing. Better be careful, they might make the Cougars mad. Redskins take it away. This is good practice for the Cougars to have to work against the press. Shot is up, rebounded by Brown. She tries to get it to Castine. And now we're going to have a foul on Erica Brown. Jim Gagnon says, let's have some strategy here, guys. We'll talk it over. And Warner shooting two. 32-11. Marlowe will inbound. Ball comes into Castine. I'll make that Brown, Erica Brown. Brown drop. Looking for the drive and lost it. Is up, back up, kept alive by Brown, controlled by Castine. Pass up ahead for Brown, picked up by Desereau. Nothing there. Desereau gets it back for Marlowe, out to Castine now, back to Marlowe. The Marlowe shot is off the back of the rim, rebounded by Warner. Castine slows her down, Brown takes it away, and Brown will give it to Castine, quickly gives it to Gadway. 6:27 to go. Shot by Desereau, nothing there. Warner pulls it down. Cougars have gone almost 2 minutes into the second half without scoring. Whitney Forner just kind of strolled into the paint, got the ball and put it in. Ball into Castine. She is fouled. Bad way to inbound it. Into Desrow to Brown. Brown gets it to Castine, has the layup and makes it. Ended up with a tough angle. Marlowe with the steal, needs some help as it knocked away by the Skins. Marlowe quickly inbounds the Castine. Bank shot is good. And Danielle Castine banks it home for a 36-13 lead. Brown goes for the steal. Now Castine comes up with it. It's to Gadway. Gadway will give it back to Castine. Over to Marlowe. Cook is working it around. Oops, right into the hands of Warner. Muldowney brings it up. Beamish to inbound for the Skins. That is up, too strong, rebounded by Danielle Castine. She gives it to Erin Gadway. Desrow shot, rebounded by Brown. Marlowe inbounds for the Cougars. Ball comes back to Marlowe. Desrow drives, up and good. Heather Desrow with a bucket. Let's see, 38-13 to score. 4 minutes and 17 to go in the third period. Rebounded by Brown, and a jump ball. Northeastern's turn on the jump. Gadway needs some help. Gives it into Brown. Brown, long pass up for Desrow. Heather Desrow with the layup. It's 40-13. .346 to go in the third period. Foul is on Erica Brown. Suzanne Muldowney will shoot. Not much rotation on her shot. She should have some backspin on that shot. That time she does. That almost had the soft bounce. Back up and in. A basket will count. That's Whitney Fournier. I believe it was Desrow with the foul. 3-point play for Fournier. 40-16. 5-2 margin. A scoring margin. Desrow pushes it up for Castine. Has the layup. That's good. 42-16. Castine knocks it loose, so the white ball. Future Hairdressers Club is meeting following the ball game. Knocked loose again. This time Marlowe has it. Oops. Castine follows. She can't buy it. And the Skins have it. Castine knocks it loose. Marlowe gives it back to Desrow. Desrow says, I'll show you how to put it in, and she does. Cougars are pressing again. 44-16. 2:33 to go. Third period. Shot is up, rolls the rim. And Castine gets it, gives it to Marlowe, to Brown, to Desero. She took a couple steps. So the Redskins will get it back. Lucy Fredette stepped across the line. She is not squaring up. She turns her body in for her shot. That's why her right foot came across the line that time. That time she tried to square up. Castine saves it. And Marlowe gets it back to Castine. Back to Marlowe. In the corner to Desero. Marlowe over to Brown, quickly to Castine, in the paint to Desero, puts it to the floor, and up and good. Nice play. Desero scores to make it 46-16. Cougars up by 30, their biggest lead of the ball game. Now Warner brings it down for the Skins. Ball's knocked loose. White ball. The foul will be right there on Aaron Gadway. Sarah Bemis shooting 2. Minute and 16 to go in the third. The ball did not hit the rim. It'll be Cougar ball. Brown to inbound it. It's at the Castine. She's surrounded. Puts it to the floor. Up to Marlowe. Up to Gadway. Gadway puts it up and rolls off the rim. Marlowe keeps it alive, and Desero controls over to Brown. Now to Gadway. In the corner to Marlowe. Castine. Off white. Most rebounds end up going to the far side. If you take a shot, if you miss it, most of them are going to be the far side. So if you see your teammate ready to shoot from the left, get over there on the right and rebound, get positioned to rebound. And that's what Castine was doing that last time down there. She was getting in position for the rebound, and it almost worked. White ball. Let's see. Skins control it. That was Bullock. Get it out to Warner. Now Forner thought she was going to shoot, which changes her mind. 22 seconds to go in the third. Warner puts it up. Forner follows and puts it in. 46-18. 8 seconds. Brown with the ball. 6 seconds. Stolen. Out of bounds. Cougars will get it with 1.3 on the clock. No time for anything fancy. Is there a foul or just a deflection? Just a deflection, says Larry. 46-18. Cougars lead at the end of 3. The usual starters for the Cougars are in as we start the fourth quarter. Cougars up by 28. Boris puts it up. And it's white ball. This is Muldowney. Muldowney needs some help. Ball comes back to her. She puts it up. And put up again by Forner. Rebounded by LeCount. Tremblay controls. Gives it to Boris. Back to Tremblay. Quickly back to Stacy Miller. Forced to the floor, back to Tremblay. 10 on the shot clock. Christina Brown puts it in. Rolls the rim. And Cougars lead back up to 30. 48-18. Knocked loose by Boris. Miller comes out with it. LeCount too strong. Brown comes up with it. Back to Tremblay. Now to LeCount. Miller takes it off the rim. Rebounded by the Redskins. Muldowney with the ball. Traveling, says Tim Leary. Stacy Miller over the head of Boris. Now Tremblay. Hillary Tremblay drops it in. 50-18. Cougars have reached the half-century mark. Stolen by Christina Brown. Gives it to Stacy Miller. And Miller with the basket. 52-18. Over and back. Fournier was smart enough to go touch it, not just leave it there for the Cougars to pick up. Miller was ready to pass to Tremblay, which was right next to her. Boris puts it up, it's blocked. Boris takes it away. Gets it to LeCount on the run, and Bonnie LeCount with a nice hoop. It's 54-18, back to a 3-1 margin for the Cougars. Cougars again going for the steal. Miller puts it ahead for Boris. And Heather Boris makes it 56-18, and we have a Saranac Lake timeout with 4:43 to go in the ball game. Saranac Lake with the ball. Just over 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Cougars working their way to a 40-point lead. Brown works it to Miller. Long pass up ahead for Tremblay. Gets it back for Boris. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Beamish. And now Muldowney will bring it up the floor for the Redskins. 4 minutes to go. Beamish inbounds. Quick shot. Rebounded by Fredette and a foul. She'll shoot two. We'll watch her. She's the one who turns her body on her shot. It's not the way to shoot. Tremblay with the ball. LeCount with a long one. That is short. Boris pulls it down, back to Tremblay. Now over to Brown. Brown shot rolls the rim. And Boris keeps it alive. Now Brown gets it to Miller, quickly to LeCount. 17-footers off the rim. And they finally get one that Boris couldn't rebound, so it's white ball. 3:09 to go in the ball game. 56-18, Northeastern up by 38 points. And we're gonna have a foul probably on Brown. 17 foul, Whitney Fournier will shoot. Fouls on Fredette, only the third team foul of the half for the Redskins. Miller. Gives it to Tremblay. Back to Brown. Cougars working it around. Tremblay saved it. And Cougars will do it again. Heather Boris. And Cougars have a 58-18 lead, up by 40 now. .212 left. Basket's good by Whitney Fournier. 58-20. Well, count to Miller to Tremblay. Tremblay with the shot off the rim, rebounded by Miller. It's to Brown. Brown shot too strong. And both Cougars in the vicinity were there. And it's a white ball. Stolen by Stacy Miller, and she has an easy layup. (60-20), back to that 3-1 margin, which means, of course, Cougars have scored 75% of the points. Rebounded by Boris, who has a pile of them today. Miller will bring it up. A long pass up ahead. It's out of. That ball is out of here. Hey, look there. There's some of the sample. This is just a sample of the crowd we have here today. Just a sample. 3 samples and a Boris, in fact. Boris with a steal. Now Miller, long pass up for Brown. And she puts it in. Christina Brown's shots like to roll around before they drop in, and that one there did. 62-20. 24 seconds to go in the game. A white ball. Warner. Rebound goes to Boris. Miller. Tremblay puts it in, but we had a foul on the play. Northeastern gets it with 11 seconds to go. Brown. Now Boris. Boris got another rebound. And look out. Tried to get it to Brown, but there was no time left. So the final score, Northeastern Clinton 62 and the Saranac Lake Redskins 20. Another one-sided win for this Cougar JV team, and that's the way it was on Martin Luther King's birthday, January 16th, 1995 at Saranac Lake Central School in beautiful downtown Saranac Lake.